Hello, you. It's me. And I feel a little angry today. I I don't understand that my city, and I say my city because I live in LA. My city is burning. This is my home. This was where I was conceived, born, raised my whole life. Well, to be fair, I was born up north. We moved back down here when I was 2. But I was conceived here, as gross as that sounds. Anyway, I'm trying to bring in a little levity. LA is my home. This is where I live. This is where I was raised. And for people to laugh that LA is burning because, oh, those Hollywood assholes, or, oh, all those rich people, well, their house burning, so what? They probably have 5 more homes, at least 2 or 3, or they could just buy, or they could just rebuild. Who cares? It's stupid. They're stupid. And I just am shocked that this exists. I am so surprised that a person, regardless of who it is, I don't care if they're wealthy or not, they're losing everything. We're not just talking clothes or furniture, a refrigerator. We're talking precious memories like photographs that you can't replace. Little knickknacks and things. The doll that you got when you were 5 and you've had for 50 years. How do you replace those things? And how is that funny? I don't understand it. And I hear people saying, oh, well, in other countries, people are struggling a lot more. Their only choice is starvation. And look, I don't deny that there are third world countries that are really struggling bad. But that doesn't mean that people here aren't really struggling bad. And it's not just about losing your home, losing a place to sleep. It's not about losing your clothes or your furniture or knickknacks or keepsakes. It's not just about that. It destroys their memories. Just because somebody has money and can rebuild, that doesn't mean they're not suffering. And in this economy, you really have the gall to say that people in the United States aren't suffering? You don't see the millions of homeless people? And that's an extreme. Homeless people, rich people, that's an extreme. Most people are in the middle. Okay? Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Doesn't matter what their paycheck is. They still have to pay their bills, their utilities, and buy food. They still have to pay for doctor visits, dental visits, eyeglasses. They still have to buy shoes. They still have to do all these things. Take care of their pets. Take care of their children. That's expensive. You know what paycheck to paycheck means? It means that when you get your paycheck, by the end of the day, it's gone. It's done. So you have to wait for your next paycheck to do anything else, to pay more bills off. It's not easy. And what happens if there's an emergency? What happens if you break a tooth and you can't afford to go to the dentist? What do you do then? Or your pet suddenly gets ill. What do you do then? You have $5 in the bank. Maybe you're lucky you'll have $50 in the bank. But the whole point of paycheck to paycheck means that it's gone right after you get it. It's gone to pay bills, maybe to get a little food. It's gone though. It's not there in the bank anymore. How is that doing well? How is that not struggling? Your car gets a flat tire, you don't have a spare. Or you do have a spare that's also flat. But you don't have the $100 or so to repair the tire, to get a new tire. What do? You rely on that transportation to work. How do you get to work? Well, I guess you're going to have to try to find some more money, or to take a bus, or to find a ride, and that's always possible. But Uber's not going to do it for free. You know, maybe you can luckily find a coworker who can help you until the next payday so that you can use the money that you were going to use to pay a bill and buy a tire instead. So now you're behind on that bill, your credit goes down even lower, and it's really hard to do anything like rent or buy something because you have bad credit. And you might think, oh, credit is no big deal. It's not just about the credit. It's about not having enough money. The peoples whose houses burnt down, or who may still burn down, we don't know yet. They're suffering. It's terrible. Not everybody's rich. For a lot of people, that house has been passed down from generation to generation, and now it's gone. Where do they go from here? People are not thinking clearly, and I find it so upsetting. And I'm speaking, of course, of California, of LA, because I'm here. And as I listen outside my window and the wind is rushing by, the fear fills me from head to toe. Is there another fire going to start? Am I going to have to be evacuated? What's going to happen? It's terrifying. And I was fortunate enough that I did not have to get evacuated. I was close to it a couple times, but I didn't. I still have a place to live. I still have a home standing. If it burnt down, I would instantly be homeless. I couldn't work because all the things that I utilized for work have been burnt down. It's gone. What do I do? So many people's jobs are gone. What do they do? The state will take care of them to a certain degree, but for how long? And is their quality of life as good as it was before the fire? Probably not. And now they have to struggle and suffer. And people are laughing at that. It makes me, I am appalled. I am shocked that people could act that way. What is wrong with them? Why would you act that way when people have lost so much, or are sitting in fear that they might lose everything? And it's not just because of the fires. It's because the economy is so bad. It's hard to keep up with bills. It's hard to have enough money to buy food to last throughout the week. It's not easy. I don't have to be in a third world country to feel like that, to suffer, to go days without eating, or to only eat one meal a day because that's all I could afford. It sucks. It's not easy. I don't have it easy. The people in my neighborhoods don't have it easy. The people in the city don't have it easy. Even the rich people don't have it easy all the time. Do they have less struggles? I hope so. I mean, at least they have money that they can help themselves if they need it. They have the money to purchase a new home or rebuild, but that doesn't take away from their loss. That's what I don't get. People are not acknowledging the loss that they're suffering through. Maybe some don't care. Maybe this was their third home, they had nothing in it, didn't matter. Okay, fine. But they still lost a home. Regardless, they still lost a home. And for those who weren't wealthy, but just had a nice home that they worked hard to get, everything that they worked for is gone. And people are laughing at it. They're laughing at these people. I I just don't understand. I don't understand how people could laugh. It's a struggle. It's hard. It's a tragedy. It's been a struggle for everybody in America for the past 4 years. We have all struggled. Actually, even further back, since COVID. We have all struggled. We've lost jobs. We've lost homes. We've lost so much. We've lost lives. That's not funny. How can you laugh at that? I mean, sure, it's fun to make a joke now and again. Try to elevate the sadness to less sadness. I do it all the time. I make terrible jokes all the time. We'll call them mom jokes because I'm a mother instead of dad jokes. Same thing. They're just really awful, terrible, silly jokes. But you know what? If someone is struggling, if someone has lost everything, if someone just can't have a meal that day because they don't have the money, if it makes them laugh for a second, then it's worth it. It made their lives in that moment, even if it's a moment, just a little bit better. And I think that's what we need to concentrate on. Helping your neighbors, helping your friends, helping your family. And if you can't with money or with food and water, at least give them a conversation. I know for me, a little conversation can really brighten my day and make it so much better, so much happier. And I feel more, I feel more like living life. I feel more encouraged to do a little bit more, help a little bit more, whatever. Because you just feel better. And even if it's for a moment, it's worth it. We need to do better. Because making fun of people just because they're wealthy, or you think that they're wealthy, is just disgusting. Don't make fun of people's losses. You know, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do you. If you think it's hilarious, great. I think you're gross. Anyway, that's all I got to say.